Hello, salutations, what it do, everybody? What is up, digital gaming? What's up, Brandon? What's up, everybody? What's up, King Doom? What's up, Spider-Man Gaming? You're now rocking with the Shoutout the Gamer variant. I am, in fact, not in my usual location, wearing my usual shirt. What's up, Tom? Defenders, stand up. What's going on, Zacer? What's up, Bloody Reckless? What it do? Ransom Spang, what's up? Josh Smith, good NBA player. It was a lot of fun, very versatile. The Hawk needs an update. If the update means getting rid of that belly flop, wholeheartedly agree. Just watch Black Panther, gotta get ready for the update. Hey man, we all ready. That do. Happy Friday, everybody. The dot on the go. I'm literally on the go. So the reason why I'm not in my usual setup is that, like I told you guys earlier, I was going away on a business music related trip. I'm currently at my best friend's studio up in Delaware, PC Beats. He's the person whose beats you're listening to right now. I'm using one of his rooms to do this live stream because I wanted to cover the developer stream. I won't be actually back home until maybe Sunday, so I won't be playing the game or anything, but I could at the very least cover the dev stream. And I, for one, am excited about what they're going to show. What's up, Green Machine? What's good, Tyversal? The mod of Thunder in the building. Shout out Delaware. What's up, Jordan? Got two Jordans in the building. Jordan Pinkett, Jordan Black. Salutations to both of you. It's the Foghorn Leghorn 75th anniversary. Is it really? Oh, happy birthday. Classic cartoon character. No, I will not be playing Zacer. My PS5 is at home. Many miles away. I'm doing good. Ben, what's up, Lord Shax? I wish I had my gaming chair. This is like a recliner. It's not very supportive. You know, good thing I have a boom arm for my mic so I can move it however I want, but this is kind of awkward. But I'm making do. So Red Hood, bring back the real Shoutout with the black shirt. You're gonna have to deal with the Shoutout the Gamer variant for today. The Shoutout the Gamer variant will be back next week. What's up, Rivers? What MCU skin or skins would you like to see next? I'm a Thor main, and I'm loving that it's finally our time to shine. Got a new Takedown, got a fire MCU skin. Next MCU skin I want is another Thor. This time I want Ragnarok. Give me Ragnarok. Last night played the OT with some subscribers and they definitely looked at the build video. Shout out to them for being good. Hey, Tyversal, glad my channel is making your runs with people a lot better. What's up, Tamars? Hey, so what it do? What's goody, Pennywise? Best of luck on the venture. Yeah, it's having fun. So far, we've done like 3 or 4 songs. Where I was literally working on a song before I started this, but I saw the time was getting close. I was like, all right, well, let me let him mix, and I'll go in the room, hang out with you guys, set up, make sure everything's good. So let me know if the audio is funky or anything like that, but everything should be okay. Sadly, your internet is out right now. Internal. I hope you get it back on, because that sucks. Hulk should feel just as fast as Captain America. He's not quicker, but he does cover a lot more ground. So that checks out. Being able to run Heroic Gauntlet and OLT 3 times each fine feels like some in-game content. Yeah, my issue is like, is it based on how it's described? You basically you get the stuff Thursday, then you wait for Saturday for the next run, and then you wait for Monday for the next one. Why wouldn't they just make it replayable and put it on a time limit? Like, Like, why wouldn't I just let you just make it replayable 3 times? Why it has to reset? Because now I'm not going to even be back, so I'm not even going to play. I'm not going to be able to play the Thursday one because it's going to reset on Friday. So, I just thought they just did it the weirdest way possible. That new takedown is fire. I did see the takedown. It does look fire. You want to see Iron Man Mark 3? Not bad. Yeah, I saw on the subreddit people want to see the first Avenger MCU skins from the whole first set. Hawkeye, Widow, all of them. And they looked a little goofy, but I don't mind Hawkeyes. Thanks for the World War Z suggestion. You've been playing it a lot. Yeah, Quibina. I'm loving. Me and my friends are obsessed with World Z. Back for Blood's beta just launched. Again, I'm away, so I can't do the early access beta, but I think I'll do the open beta because I think it's made from the same people. But in the meantime, I am loving World War Z. I'm currently leveling up my fixer. Hulk's combat is slow. I mean, he's not supposed to be a fast fighter. He's supposed to be a power fighter that does a lot of AoE damage, which is exactly what he does. I look forward to What If. Will I be doing a stream breakdown? Yes, to both of those questions. Yeah, I definitely thought What If looked really good, and I'm looking forward to following up on my stream series where I break down each episode like I did with Loki. I will definitely be doing that. I think Hawk is faster than Cap, but not quicker. That makes sense. Yeah, like Hawk covers a lot of ground, and he's very big. Captain America, you know, has these really fast combos as he's supposed to, but Hulk has, you know, these huge swiping things, and he does a lot of AoE damage, and I think they nailed that. What's up, Black Shadow? You didn't miss anything. Just introducing everybody. Waiting for the Devstream to start. By the way, you know the routine. Make sure, let me do the whole spiel. Subscribe if you're new. Make sure that like button is blue. And if you would like to become a member to support the channel, you get access to these custom emotes. As you see, we got Strange, we got Black Panther, Spider-Man, many more. You get early access to videos, member exclusive content, and you get the link to that private Discord. We share memes. I show off build videos that are unreleased, and we also got links to that PS5 if you're into that sort of thing. But above all, most important, tap the like button. It's free, takes a second, and it really goes a long way. The more people that like this video, the more people on YouTube that will see it, which means more people will be aware of this game, and we'll get to see Black Panther's new outfit that they're showing off today. They didn't nail, Vince did. Correct, Tyversal. You're right. The combat, Vince nailed it. That's right. What's up, Hitman? Chillin'. What's up, Omar? What is the Devstream? It is a stream where developers from Crystal Dynamics, who develop Marvel's Avengers, talk about upcoming content. Suicide Squad was better than the first one. I mean, I assumed it would be, just based off James Gunn directing and the trailers. But yeah, everyone I'm hearing saying it's solid, is really good. So I forgot it was on HBO Max, so I have something to look forward to when I get home, because I was definitely not trying to go out to the theaters. I've missed like everything that's dropped in theaters. I'm just not trying to go. I'll definitely check out Suicide Squad when I get home. Want me to turn the music down a little bit? All right. Yeah, it was up a little bit because of the intro. What's up, John? Venom, the next player of Marvel's Avengers. I don't think that's happening. I just turned the music down, so that should be okay. Might as well turn the mic up. What's up, Ryan? Today's stream, the Devstream, they said they're going to cover the new UI update for War for Wakanda, as well as some quality of life updates that are coming. And they're also going to show off a new Black Panther skin. Thank you, Kaimel. Glad to be back. You love the place that you're in. You love this empty room. Actually, this room has a green screen. So like this, see if y'all can see it. This is like this room has like some of the film equipment that they do here. So I could like, you know, get something going in here if I was up here permanently. I set up a green screen. You bummed out BP got that double jump? Oh, you wanted a better one? Is going to be BP gameplay? I don't think so. They might surprise us, but they said they're mainly just showing off a new skin, and they're going to talk about quality of life updates, and they're updating the UI for the game. Is that leaked Panther thing true about the MCU skin? I have sources that have told me that you should definitely expect the MCU skin for Black Panther at the Wakanda launch week, as well as the new roadmap. Yeah, definitely be an eye on that. Keep an eye out on that. What's up, Zach? Hopefully this dev stream isn't filled with devs saying I don't know anything. You're in luck, Silent Spider, because I don't believe they will be answering any questions. So I think this is going to pretty much be like the last streams. They bring someone on, they do their presentation, and then they peace out. UI Goku. Yeah, not yeah. The UI changes will not be Ultra Instinct related, but they should be good. So that the goat. Thank you, Bobo. They need to update the start screen. You're tired of seeing the octagons. You want, yeah, a little something fresh. You like the camera outline? Okay. Oh, looks like we're live. We got 188 people here. Make sure you guys tap that like button. All of you that are new, let's get to 100 likes. I would appreciate that. Let me switch over. Switching over to CD. What's going to be Black Panther's range attacks? Jesse should be his energy daggers. That's what I'm hearing. What's up, Technique? What's UI? The user interface is basically, you know, the menus, the selections, all that, the whole user interface. What's up, Nightwolf? The beat was fired, by the way. Yes, sir. I will let PC know. He is currently down the hall, the one that makes my beats for these streams. He said he might pop in later. Gear reroll. Top Rivers has the right idea. Yeah, UI changes are all fine and good. I want to see some updates to gear. Mainly, I need a crafting system. You need to be able to mod gear. It's been too long. After a while, you might host the streams when I'm going. Don't get too comfortable, Tyversal. We haven't gone through auditions yet. I don't know how you do at hosting. How was that trip? It's going well so far. Very productive. We got a lot of music done so far. We still got some more songs to do. In fact, as soon as the stream is over, we're going right back to work on one of my songs for my upcoming project. Should be a lot of fun. Looks like BP's your heroic is going to be the spear throw. Shout out to Miller for leaking that to me ahead of time. So I've known for a bit that Black Panther's assault heroic will be a spear throw. Can you get his details? Oh, and if you guys are interested in more of PC Beats, who does my wonderful instrumental playlist, the link will be in the description. Hit him up on Instagram. Let him know that I sent you. Wait, you rap? I rap, I sing, I produce, do it all. Hey, here we go. Oh, this is the trailer. Okay, good. Not the copyrighted one.
You are. It's a thing you do.
It is claw.
I will not be singing on this stream.
Keep it moving.
Not anytime soon. Not to confirm or deny my appearance on Kanye West's upcoming album.
I like it.
That trailer is gas. Good job on that one. Good job on that trailer. That trailer was gas. So that one, Donda cannot confirm or deny.
Happy Friday.
Hey, here we go.
Happy Friday, chat. How's it going? First order of business, as usual, is if you guys can hear us.
Stop it. Donda is definitely dropping.
Can you hear us?
Kanye's been playing it
I can hear you.
at stadiums.
All right. Can you guys hear us, and can you guys hear Steven? Sounds great. Awesome. Cool. Haven't seen Phil in a while. Phil's actually moving across the country right now, so it takes a while to move.
Phil is escaping.
He is not here, but he will be back. He will definitely be back.
How you blaming me for Kanye not putting his music out?
What are we doing today? We are talking about some UI updates that are coming with War for Wakanda. And we're going to do like a showcase, and we're also going to reveal another Black Panther outfit. War for Wakanda is coming in like a week and a half. So
wow, that's crazy.
We're super excited. Hopefully you guys are too.
Still on the run.
I've seen all your comments on Twitter, on Instagram, on Twitch.
Still got warrants.
Lurking in all your streams, and it seems like you guys are pretty hyped up for Wakanda and
Still hiding from 12.
So with me today, we have UI UX director Steven Wetstein. Steven, do you want to do a quick introduction?
Hey everybody. Introduced,
Pino, we're just starting.
I'm the UX UI director at Crystal. I'm really excited to kind of show you the work the team has been doing and getting us in a better place to continually add features and add things that you all have been asking for. So what we're going to show you is just the start of changes and things that we're going to be doing, and I'm really excited to walk you through this and to kind of give you an idea of what we did and a little bit of why we did it. I'm listening. We've seen a lot of feedback on, hey, can we get to a place where we can have loadouts? Can we get to a place that we can manage our gear better?
Let me have a podcast while we play.
Can we have more features to managing gear? Can we lock things? Can we mass dismantle? Could we move them? All those kinds of items that are important to you all when you're managing your hero and your character. And so what we're going to show you is a huge change.
Emote will?
And it is something exciting. And it is going to be a thing that's going to continue to grow and improve and be something that you all
gear modification
helped us get there, and your feedback and
reroll
excitement about what gear means to you all and managing your heroes. The system we're going to show you is a first step to getting there. I want to set that for you, is that this is going to have a lot of framework in place for future features and things to come. So
nameplates. Please no.
I think we can maybe get into the game and we can kind of show you all.
That's it.
Again, it's going to be different. So, and we'll walk through all the things that we've changed and the hope for things to come. So
let's get to it.
And for these UI updates too, just real quick, this will be a lot of focus on character management and setting up your hero. So,
all right, you ready?
That's enough foreplay, my guy.
All right, so this is
let's get to the action.
New UI looks like in the character menu. Gonna transition screens right now.
What's up, Doom? You're just on time.
Showcase and a God, what's the word for it? Just how it all works.
Right.
Loadouts.
Okay. So the big change, as you can see, is that we have brought something really exciting, and it's something that
we did it, guys.
When I joined the
we
team,
got loadouts.
I was very eager to try to do is have us be able to see your hero all in one place. One of the things with the current UI and UX is that things were spread across lots of tabs, and things were kind of
Put your W's in the chat.
nested or
We
hidden
got
in different
loadouts.
places. So the thing we wanted to do is we wanted to try to pull all these things together to help us get towards a path to support multiple loadouts. Now, for War for Wakanda, this is just only going to be a
New
single
artifact.
loadout page, like your main character, but this is setting us
that's
up
the
for
Lifeline
future,
tablet. That's the major
and that
artifact,
we
the
will
Lifeline
have,
tablet.
the ability to have multiple loadouts and skill presets. And for us to get there, we needed to take this first huge step to get this UX kind of built in a direction that we could start to add these features, expand on this. And also, this is a menu that can grow for new additions and new things. Another exciting aspect that we brought is a little bit more theming for each of the heroes. And so, like, one of the things that was meaningful to me is just like color and some iconography.
So
that
for those that don't know, loadouts
change based on
basically
which heroes you select, and we'll show
allow
that
you
as
to
we kind of go through
customize what kind of build you have. So if you have a range build, you can put all the gear for the range build. If you have a melee build, you can put all the gear for the melee build, and you can switch very easily. That's the point of loadouts.
Used to have tons of different pages because your hero was kind of spread out across all of them. And one of the things, helping us get to the place where we can support loadouts, we needed to consolidate and make sure that the user can access all these things.
Don't see the resources
in one place
screen
and be able to spec out their heroes. So if you switch it out, you can make your Thor, like we're looking at Thor right now, be the Thor you want it to be. And then you could have them fully geared up for the intent that you want or the missions that you're playing, and then be able to have a different version of yourself. And then another aspect of this is to, give you that kind of real good way to share your builds with everybody, so they can not only see all your gear and your artifacts together,
share builds with people.
Like this,
okay.
But what your hero looks like, and what your stats, also the takedowns that you have equipped.
That's interesting.
Everything. It all brings it up to that layer, so you can kind of see your hero all in one place. And to kind of dive into this and like, hey, how does this work, and what did you kind of change? So like, if, for example, we want to go into the outfit section. Diving into the outfit section, one of the big changes is we gave more real estate to looking at all of your cosmetics and different things. So if you want to jump into the outfits, and then we can kind of show that.
Yeah, real quick, everyone. This is, I forgot to mention, I should probably say that this is totally a test kit.
Yeah.
So this is a brand new, fresh account with some things might look a little weird and are not final. We like to just test, test things.
Make sure I get that screenshot for you.
So do not take this as the final build of what's going.
Yeah, you're going to be able to share it with other players.
Totally a test build, and I think in our streams we call it the danger build. So things,
if I'm not mistaken,
definitely not final.
I don't think this is supposed to be about stuff that's coming to War for Wakanda, but I don't think it's ready.
You see that we actually made the screen have more real estate to display and organize. This will also lead us to future things of how to organize content. But once you dive into a section that is cosmetics related, you can easily
look at all
access,
the units.
just use the tabbing, the main ribbon, to go through all your cosmetics sections.
Bring back the cosmetic vendor.
Get everything the way you want it. And then you can back out of this menu, and then you can see that top section of your hero has been fully spec'd out. And that kind of philosophy on how we broke up the different sections to be focused towards cosmetic versus gear and things like that allows us to have this kind of really smooth way of transitioning between the different types of gear and artifacts.
They're showing off loadouts,
emotes, and things like that. And so with that, I think we wanted to kind of switch to kind of show off kind of some of the theming real quick before we get into the gear changes and things like that. Is that if you go into here and you want to switch to a different hero, so we'll show off Hulk, for example, if you switch to Hulk and now you can just open your new character menu, you can then see that the theming changes and that this is setting us up again, like I said, to add more
Equip 8
customization and
takedowns.
making
Yep.
it more unique
That's supposed to be ready by
your
War
hero.
for Wakanda.
And this is just a stepping stone to us doing more. And so this is a way to get that really nice theming, that iconography going. And then that way you can quickly see your hero, see their full spec of everything, and not worry about trying to tab and dive into sub tabs and things like that. You can just quickly remind yourself of your spec and everything related to Hulk. Another thing that we did is skills. Is having skills set up like this, it's going to lead us to the future on that side nav.
No confirmation on emote wheel.
Specking out, have multiple specs of skills, and that was something that I've seen in the community, and some feedback is like, oh well, I have certain skills selected and set up that it works really well for this build, but it doesn't work well for another build. Well, this now allows us to eventually get to that place where we can support specking that out. And that also
hit me up on Twitter, Mr. Beach.
Speaking about, like, adding personality to the pages. Again, this is just a step in that direction, so we can start having the menus know what hero you are, and we can start actually enhancing them and making them visually tied to your hero. And so, that's an example of that. So if we want to now kind of go back and show off our new hero, Black Panther. So with Black Panther, you'll be able to see his menu theme. It's personally, I know people on my team's favorite. It's very has a very crisp, monotone, classic style to it.
Yes, sir.
And so with this, we're going to use Black Panther to kind of show off
that nameplate, though,
that we're really excited about is gear. So when you highlight the first slot before we dive in, highlighting it, you can see that you can do just like you've done before. There's options. You can equip your best directly from here. You can manage your gear now, and you can equip gear. And there's a reason for the two differences, and I'll get into kind of what this is setting us up for and why it's important to kind of enhance what managing gear means.
Is it finally happening?
And then another exciting thing is, because this menu is now grid based, meaning everything is kind of nicely organized and in line with each other, this helps support D-pad movement. So I know
unmasked Panther as a costume.
I'm one of them.
The reward,
that
nice.
Sometimes cursors can be
nice.
Hard to navigate with. And so one of the things I wanted to make sure is like having this kind of gridded layout.
The Black Panther is going to have the best skins in the game by far.
To actually be usable, and you can kind of traverse through this
That's
menu.
Crazy.
And if you want to kind of show that off by just kind of clicking around with the D-pad, you can kind of just easily go around, go up and down, and you can move around to the different menus. And the current older menus was not as friendly to that and supporting D-pad movement. And so this was one that I was very excited that we got this to increase that for folks, because there's some people that really like to use D-pads.
They're trying to get us hyped now. What does manage gear mean?
The next thing that I kind of want to dive into is, okay, so what did we do and change about managing gear?
Come on.
And so when we dive into hitting square to dive into manage gear, you're going to see your menus for your gear items have been put in a state that does something really exciting. And so it's the things that you guys have all been asking for.
Is it?
For a while. And if you want to highlight the first gear item in the list, and we'll talk about the items here, is now we have lock. And so one of the biggest features that I know you all have been wanting is to be able to lock a piece of gear so you don't destroy it by accident.
No, it isn't.
This, for me, had happened, and I know that it can really be devastating if you
don't do it to us.
Something that you were really
That's not what we wanted.
Excited and you
That's
really
a very
wanted
minor
to
issue
keep and not lose. And so
we want modification.
You can go through and lock as many of the items in your bag. The other thing you might notice is that we increased the actual size of the amount of gear you can carry. Instead of 9, it's 11 per slot. So we've increased the amount of gear that you can actually carry and manage.
Okay,
and then
useful.
another thing that we added is if you want to
Reroll.
unlock everything real quick.
Modification.
And then once we get everything unlocked, we're going to show another feature that I know, I mean, you've kind of gotten little hints by seeing the detailed panels, but is you can now mark individual things to dismantle.
Bruh.
And so you can now use the left trigger to mark. So you can go through and mark randomly whatever ones you want. So we'll just mark like 2 or 3 of them. And now you can then mass dismantle those 3.
Who's asking for all this?
And
we want it reroll.
I know something
modification,
that we've
crafting.
all really been excited about and that people have wanted. And then the cool thing is you're still in this managed state. So now if we can then use the R1 to tab to the range category, the thing that this is exciting is you can quickly tab between every category. No more trying to finesse with the cursor to highlight the slots to get the highlight state. You can quickly just tab between all of your different categories, keep it in the managed state, and you can quickly delete things, move things, and upgrade the ones you want and everything, or lock the ones you want. So the thing I want to show staying on the range category is if we actually go in and unmark that one real quick, is that one of the other quality of life features is, hey, if you want to finesse and mark specific things to do mass dismantle, or if you're just like, my whole entire bag of stuff, I'm ready to dismantle all of it. Another quality of life feature that we did is if you want to start dismantling something and if you continually hold down the trigger, it will do consecutive deletions, meaning it will go from the next item to the next item to the next item. So that way, we've increased the speed of dismantling multiple pieces. As you can see, and we can leave some of them there.
I'll leave some of them.
And so that way, again, this is allows people in their different play styles is that they have their favorites that they can lock. So we make sure that that doesn't get deleted. But there's sometimes when you've moved your things that you cared about that you locked, and you can put those in your locker. But this allows you to quickly just empty out your entire bag.
Baby steps, guys. Baby steps.
And which is really exciting. And that was not something that was supported before, as you all know. And so an additional feature, if we want to tab back to melee, is another feature that we added is moving items. So one of the things that as you play, we wanted to allow you to have access to your locker at all times. And that has not been a thing. And so previously,
these are definitely good changes. Don't get me wrong.
Is post missions or in being located in one of the outposts, so you could access your locker. This allows you to go and highlight a piece of gear, and you can mark it for moving it. So we could mark 2 items. So you would use right trigger. So left is to destroy, right is to move. And now you can move those 2 items. So if you hold it down, you'll see that they will get transferred and move to your locker. Now you're like, oh, I moved those to the locker. I didn't mean to. I want to get them back from the locker. It's actually pretty simple. If you hit the circle button, it will now switch from managed state to your actually currently equipped. And as you can see, it's highlighting the inventory locker button right there. We added a shortcut to the locker. So you can now access that. And if we want to hit to X to view the locker, it will take you directly to your locker, and you can see the 2 items that you transferred. And if you were like, no, I want those back in my actual inventory, you can go over it, and then you can simply just hit the trigger, the right trigger, and it will just throw it back into the inventory. And now if you hit the circle button to go back, you will go back to where you were at, and there's the items. They're back in your inventory. And so this is a really nice way, again, for people that are trying to manage a lot of gear and the things that they want.
This is very useful for me. I have a
cool thing
lot
that
of
we
useless
did is
gear
the
that I
overall
need to
scale
manage because I
display
can't modify
of
any of it.
the gear has been increased. So the font size for the numbers related to the power level
I
of
definitely
each of
needed
the
this.
pieces of gear are more readable, and the scale of it is a little bit larger. Also the icon sizes. Another little feature is you can see the little pulsating green arrows. It's a quick way to know which pieces of gear are ready for you to upgrade. And this all puts us again in place to support new features in the coming future of how we can expand and support different types of management and different types of features related to gear. And so this is a really, really, really nice way to quick read to see that you have a handful of items that are ready to be upgraded and that you can then manage those pieces of gear. And then I'm trying to think of what else. Again, we wanted to do something also to expand is compare. One of the things that I found that I had some issues is like constantly holding the trigger down to compare items. We have a toggle option now. So if you want to toggle on compare, so you would hit the L stick, L3 down, and it will pin it. So what this does is now if you move the cursor and highlight different pieces of gear, it stays pinned. You can actually just leave it up, and then it stays up when you tab between different menus. So if you go to ranged, you'll see that the compare will be there. And that way you can keep tabbing between each of them. So defense, heroic, and yeah.
Okay, so
and again, this is just a really fast way, again, to kind of give an actual look into how the gear compares to it, and
so basically
that's
they're
a meaningful
making
thing to you
managing
in
your
play style.
gear a lot
You can
more
just leave it
convenient
on.
and easier.
Another thing that we added was stats, is that we wanted to set us up to continually improve the display of stats. And this is getting us there.
Not the stats themselves,
I know that
of course.
we have more work to do to kind of keep improving how stats are displayed, but if you do R stick down, it will pin to the screen your actual list, and it's laid out nicer than the previous UI, where it's a little bit clearer.
Yeah, eventually
about
you'll be
what
able to
it
share
means and how
your
things are nested
bills with
underneath.
people.
Intensity, for example, resolve, and you can see how those things kind of get you to your value. There's more work that to come on that, but this sets us up for a really good way to allow you to kind of see those overall
Yeah, they're
stats.
making gear very
And it will
convenient,
stay pinned,
except for
so then
fixing,
again, you can peruse and
the
look
gear
through
itself.
all your
Yeah,
gear
that's right.
and see if you can find a new piece of gear that is actually going to give you enhancements to your hero stat. And then I'm trying to think. I mean, there's so much that we did.
Yeah.
So we still support equipping best. So the control scheme is action-packed. Yes, I know it will be something to get used to. Your muscle memory of what the previous UX and UI was, and that now we have this equip state and manage state, and it is an extra layer to it, but it's a meaningful change that it's setting us up for the future. It's setting us up to give you all the feature sets that you've wanted so much. And so this is just, again, the start to a great change and a great future for how we
Ryan, they're still going over the UI changes.
And so with that, I think we can then kind of start talking about other parts of the character menu and what it's setting us up for. So we talked about kind of how this loadout, your character page is set up. We have what your character looks like. We have what makes up your hero's gear, your stats.
Those multiple loadouts.
Another section
Correct.
is
There
we
is no
wanted
point.
to bring
Yeah.
more exposure to your challenge card, letting people know where they're at in their progress, is actually just laying it out nicely to tell you where you're at and what your next rewards are. Because again, I think it was the second to last tab in the old UI. This just, again, surfaces it and sets us up for the future. And then takedowns. Takedowns is, I know, something that we all love. Some really beautiful takedowns have been coming out lately.
Takedowns. That's what the people wanted to see.
The amount that you can have equipped. And so
8 takedowns, guys.
We expanded it to support 8. And so that way the user can go in, select up to 8 different takedowns, and that's their rotation. Or if for photo
I
mode
am loving the
lovers, they
nameplate.
can, if they want to catch a really specific shot, you can manage your takedowns to make sure you only have that one specific takedown equipped. So that way you can easily do that same takedown over and over again if you're trying to get a really nice shot that you love. And now I know a question would be like, why is comics on the screen? Why is this here? And so a thing that I really wanted people to understand is comics are a thing that actually impact your hero. And that's something that no one actually realizes, is that they have perks to them. And this does help set us up for the future to do more with comics and make it more meaningful to your actual character's build. And so having this a part and represented on the character page and a part of the loadout is very meaningful towards setting us up to support more things. I am looking at like some of the comments and stuff, and with questions about like, well, what about emotes and things like that, and supporting emote wheels and everything. This sets us up to have a menu state to allow us to expand on that. That's all I'll say. There's nothing that I want to go into any more details on that part, but there again, this was a meaningful choice to kind of have these different menus have their own unique menus you can dive into. And
crap, we got over 400 people watching this.
In a nutshell, that is kind of the meat of this page.
Smash that like button.
There's additionally some things that we did across all the main categories. For example, if you want to,
y'all going crazy. What the hell? What's happening here?
Over to
I didn't even
Codex.
Yeah, 430 people in here.
One of the things that I know people have had issues with is readability, the font size, and things like that. And so I took
hard
that
is it for them to make an email wheel?
to do something
very hard,
to
apparently.
some of the font readability. So if you want to go and read one about one of the characters, the font size now has been increased. The pane actually grows taller, and it will scroll, and that way you can actually read things that you want to read, because there was before the font size was not scaled. It was one of the smallest font sizes in the game. So this was one minor quality of life feature, but a meaningful one for people that really love the story of Avengers and a lot of the these really just well-written things that our narrative team puts together about the characters and events.
Thank you, Hot Stallion. Yeah, I appreciate y'all.
Of the game. And again, with this change, as you can see, it's a full page. So the whole screen is dedicated to this feature now. It's not trying to share things and be too much. This just allows the menus to be what they're about. And that goes for objectives menu. Now it's all about your objectives and your actions you're trying to do. It's just the whole page. And so with that, one of the things I wanted to additionally talk about was some other UI changes that aren't just the character menu, is that we did some improvements to a feature that we've constantly been improving. But I think this change is a really nice one, and it's about your factions. And so if we want to kind of select Iron Man,
like falling in reverse. I've never heard of them.
To show his menu too,
Dante.
So people could see the theming.
Essentially, they're changing the UI
to go in there
to support
see that he's got his
upcoming features
Iron Man
that
color.
are apparently not coming to the game yet, from what I'm gathering.
But again,
and they're making
this is just a nice little
the menus and navigating and managing gear more convenient.
But we expanded on the terminals, and so one of the things is kind of just make the terminals be more effective.
So basically, when you delete your useless gear, it'll be much faster.
The UX that we started doing in the menus for the character menu, we made it be extensible to other sections of the game, and so that way you can tab between Shield and Inhuman, and you can actually quickly just tab between those two factions and see your missions. And then you could also, which this already came out, but it's something that was a part of this process, was we have it accept all. Again, just kind of like the enhancements that we added to the gear page, is that you can hold it and it will accept all of those items. And so that way you don't have to go and highlight each one just to accept it. You can just accept all of them. And then, I think, I mean, I know I went through a whirlwind of changes, and there's so much that, you know, we could probably like deep dive on specifics. But this was a really
So the UI changes are coming with War for
exciting thing. I know
Wakanda.
the team is really excited for you all to get
Nothing
your hands on
substantial
Wakanda
from what it
and
sounds like.
see these changes and experience them. And we can't wait to keep adding
Unless they
and
reveal
keep,
more.
hearing feedback and updating and changing and making sure that things are the experience you all want. So
Yeah, so what do you guys think? I saw a lot of good comments from the crazy amount of things that Steven went over. Reminder that it's test build, so there's some crazy stuff in there, but the majority of what we showed off
He's
is,
being
like, the
he's being
functionality
really
is
like
totally going to be
shifty,
in
you know, about
Wakanda.
we can't say too much.
I do want to quickly mention that, you know, just a reminder, this is a setup for loadouts.
Yep.
Like multiple loadouts is not in Wakanda.
Yeah,
but it is a
multiple
setup so
loadouts is
that
not actually
in the
coming.
future, we can have that.
Exactly. Like, we wanted really to get ahead of it so you all could experience what it means to set up your
What's up,
heroes
James?
the way you want your hero to be. And then that way, when multi loadouts come online, you've been used to the menus. You've kind of gotten, you know, used to the patterns in these menus. Like I said, it is a change and it's things to get used to. And people, you know,
I think they're trying to manage
kind of
expectations.
see how it's set up for that, and especially with setting up your skills and setting up your hero. Right now, you kind of have to do it each time, and I've seen so much feedback of that, of like, well, I just wish I could set up my hero this way for this mission type, and then have a different. And so that's what we're trying to get to, because we know that's what you all want, and so this was our huge step to get there, and we wanted to get it
Almost
in your hands
500
so that you can
viewers.
start experiencing
Let's get
it.
at least 200 likes. At least 200 likes for your boy.
So that is the portion of,
If you're excited for Black Panther,
new UI and UX and some quality of life improvements that is coming with Wakanda on the 17th. Next, I did promise everyone, Steven. I promised
new
everyone
Black Panther
that
skin
I was
coming.
going to reveal a Black Panther outfit.
All right, let's see it.
Although I guess some people kind of saw that there was an icon there on the Black Panther UI, and you know.
Oh, it's the challenge card one.
I'm not going to reveal that one. I'm actually going to reveal another one. So let me
it's a different
get
one. Okay.
this set up. This one takes inspiration from multiple places. I think there's 2 different comic looks that this one could be inspired by. It's called the Royal Legacy outfit. It is inspired by Black Panther.
Thank you,
1
Bakugo.
million
I'm glad you
BC,
watched them anyway.
and also the comic book series when Shuri was the Black Panther and how he looked there with the markings and everything. So let's go into it.
Let's see what they got
Are
here.
you ready, Steven, to look to see this brand new
Let's see what they
Panther
got.
outfit that I'm sure you've already seen?
See this new Black Panther skin. Oh, they got some. Oh, okay.
So this is called the Royal Legacy outfit. We wanted to pay homage to ancient Wakandan culture. If you look back to Black Panther 1 million BC, those comic series, it is very reminiscent of what this looks like, but we added in some things from
got the screenshot
when Shuri was Black Panther into one outfit. So this is totally inspired by multiple comics, and we just wanted to make sure to have something to pay homage to his culture. This is the Royal Legacy outfit. And
the Black
for
Panther
everyone
has
who wants to
the
post it on
best
Twitter
skins,
right
bro.
now,
They're not missing.
I am going to post it on Twitter literally right now. So no need to capture any of this because I'm going to click tweet in just a bit as I bring up my Twitter on the official account.
I'll definitely rock that one for a little bit.
All right. It is tweeted. You guys actually saw me tweet something from the official account. So that is the outfit that we're going to reveal today. Let me make sure that it is up. Yes, it is. What? Anyways, yeah, that's the outfit reveal. That's our UI changes. Before we do anything else, I do want to say, so we've been doing a lot of these streams that are leading up to the War for Wakanda War Table. That's on the 16th. Wakanda is on the 17th. We will not actually have a stream next Friday. I know we've been doing these Wakanda previews every Friday, and this one is for UI updates. We're not going to have one next Friday.
For Friday, all
but
right.
we are going to have a more combat-driven stream, which is what we usually do the Friday before something launches, on Monday after the War Table. So we are going to do a stream before Wakanda launches, but it's going to be on that Monday. Next week, we have a jam-packed week to get you guys prepared for Wakanda. We have a few developer blogs that are going to go over new enemies. That's going to go over a new event in Wakanda. That's going to go over more things and updates that are going into Wakanda, and just allowing our team to really talk about the work that everyone has done for Wakanda, which is next week. Of course, we're going to reveal more outfits and emotes on social as well in the span of 1 week. So it's going to be a lot of social posts just to get you guys prepared.
Well, Wakanda's it's amazing, and I can't wait for everybody to play it. The teams have been putting their heart into it, and I know that
they posted
can't
Twitter
wait
yet?
for you all to experience it. Just like us, we're constantly tackling issues that are called out from you all, and trust me, I know all the topics that you all are looking for, and we're continually working and trying to tackle thing after thing to make this experience be what you want it to be. But I'm so excited for Wakanda to come out, and I think you guys will really love it.
T'Challa collected all of the water, all of the moisture in the entire game. And the drip is just for him.
Steven,
do you want to do a quick rundown of everything that you talked about today?
Yeah.
Black Panther has all the moisture.
Quick, I went over kind of why we went and made
when it comes to skins,
this large kind of change to set us up for the future, and getting your character and your hero options all together, and expanding gear options to make your quality of life there, so you don't ever lose the items you really care about. Also, again, this design is really intended to be expanded on and to add to, and a lot of features and things that I know people will be excited about. And so this is just the start of it, and I want people to keep checking back, and as we make progress and we have more news and things to change, I'm just really proud of what the team did. And yeah, I hope you all just really enjoy it.
Yeah, awesome. So we will see you guys in, I guess, we'll let you know. We'll let you know. Things are still in flux, but the War Table for Wakanda is on Monday the 16th. And then we're gonna do some combat things after that, and then Wakanda launches on the 17th. I'm already seeing a lot of people like trying to zoom in on things on the UI to see what's going on and everything. I'm gonna do my usual disclaimer that I usually do. It is a test environment, but everything that we showed in terms of UI is gonna be there.
Yeah, we hit 450 at one point, Doom.
But
it's crazy.
It's a test environment for us to just hang out in, and test things easier. All right, with that said, look out on our socials next week and tune into the War Table for Wakanda. It's on the 16th. We'll give you guys an exact time later, probably next week, with some more awesome surprises. And
what's up, Commander?
Guys, enjoyed this.
Yeah, and have an awesome weekend.
Oh yeah, have an awesome weekend. So Steven, we usually raid people on Twitch, so to bring all our viewers to one channel so they can all celebrate together. So let's see here.
All right, that's the end of that. Let this up, get the music going. All right, so you're gonna meme this. Tyverso's got a meme for everything. He does not miss. Okay, so for those that are just tuning in, didn't see the stream, essentially they spent most of the stream going over UI changes that are coming with War for Wakanda for Marvel's Avengers. Here we got what the new UI of the game is going to look like when you pick your character menu. And of course, we got to have Drip Panther. It's only right. So for those excited about seeing loadouts, don't get too excited. For those that don't know, loadouts are basically, you see this in a lot of games like Call of Duty, where essentially you can customize what kind of build you have. So if you have a melee Black Panther build or a ranged Black Panther build or whatever, the idea of loadouts is that you can easily switch between the two if you need to go a different strategy for a particular type of mission. So they said that multiple loadouts will not be ready by the time War for Wakanda comes out. Mostly what the UI changes, from what I'm hearing, from what they said, is going to do is set up their ability to do all the things people have been asking for the last year. So now that they have the official loadout menu, eventually they'll be able to add the feature of multiple loadouts so that you can, as you see, switch your build. As you see, a little Easter egg here, one of the challenge card rewards for Black Panther is going to be Black Panther with the suit but without the helmet on, which should be very cool. They also have your comic book progress here. Comic books, of course, as we all know, theoretically boost your character abilities, but the ability to collect comic books has been altered from where they used to be, and the stat boosts really aren't very noticeable at all for the most part. But I'm hearing that's something they're going to work on in the future, but is there for you. They also mainly showcase ways that you can manage your gear, so you'll be able to easily move gear back and forth from your locker. No longer will you only be able to access your locker from the war table after a mission. You'll be able to effortlessly move items back and forth from your locker. You'll also be able to delete and mass delete and individual delete. Basically, you'll be able to get rid of your items and move them around a lot more easily, as well as they're adding an easier way to read the personnel files if that's what you're into, as well as read your stats. No offense, but you're saying who asked for that. I actually did not say who asked for that. If you're directing that at me, I didn't say that at all. I'm not playing today, as I mentioned at the top of the stream. I'm not currently at home. I am away. I don't have my PS5, so I will not be playing. This is strictly an information stream where I'm covering the dev stream, and that's pretty much it. You're pulling up on the stream from the Middle East today. Nice Bush. I guess me and you are both travelers of sorts. You're in the Middle East. I'm in Delaware. Pretty much the same thing. I feel you. So yeah, so they also, of course, mentioned that you'll be able to equip up to 8 takedowns. You can see that right there. And eventually, as you see, multiple emotes. Don't get excited. There is currently no emote wheel. He was shifty about it, but it sounded like he was telling us not to expect the emote wheel when War for Wakanda comes out. But eventually, I guess you'll be able to equip multiple emotes, but unless he's just saving that for later as a reveal, it sounds like there's not going to be multiple emotes at all when War for Wakanda comes out. Yeah, I saw some other people say who asked for that. No, I did not, Aldera. My only issue, I'm well aware of, you're confusing me with someone else. I'm well aware that several of these features, specifically the ability to, well, loadouts obviously, but being able to more easily move stuff through the locker and making the terminal where you pick your filling sectors more easily were requested. But there are obviously a lot bigger concerns with the game that we're still waiting for. Like, you can manage gear now, which there's a managed gear option now, but it's mainly for moving stuff around and deleting it easily. There's still not a crafting or modification system, which is what people really ask for. So you were mistaken. That's okay. Don't push it anymore, or we're going to have to take some steps. But I did not say people were not asking for these features. I recognize that people were. I asked for some of these as well. But the biggest issue is that all these UI changes, what they seem to be doing, okay, so you're just gone. All right, so you just want to troll. Okay. So I like, if you want to have a reasonable conversation, that's fine. But if you're just going to lie and troll, then you're just gone. All right, so like I was saying, so people obviously want an emote wheel. They want the ability to mod gear, and none of those features seem to be coming to War for Wakanda. Based on what I'm hearing, they're basically pitching this as a first step by upgrading the UI, so you'll be able to more easily manage all the gear that you won't be using, but you won't yet be able to actually modify it, which is disappointing. I'm hoping they're saving gear modification as a reveal later on down the line, as this was mainly about UI. But if they were going to do reroll or anything like that, I feel like this would be the stream where they would roll it out. Well, obviously wait and see on the 17th or maybe on the 16th, but it would be very disappointing, because if this is the extent of what we're getting, the changes we're getting to gear when War for Wakanda comes out, then gear will still be broken at a fundamental level, and we'll be a year in the game without even an emote wheel. So that would in fact be disappointing, if that's the extent of it. I'm hoping it's not, but it's definitely a concern. Obviously, having a more convenient UI is very necessary, but if the changes to the UI don't come with the changes that will actually improve the game, then I don't know what we're doing here. Crafting will actually save the game. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, my hope is that when War for Wakanda comes out and they have all these players coming, which they're going to be a lot, I'm hoping that they add something that makes people want to stick around. Like, it's because they've known for 10 months, they've been promising through that whole time, and they've lately, it seems, kind of walked back their commitment to really fixing the gear system, which is definitely a concern. All right, Manuel, grind those champion levels. I mean, there aren't too many levels you need, because most of the champion points don't do anything. Are they in the office yet? From what I've heard, they are not fully in the office yet. They've been undergoing the process of transitioning slowly to the offices. But yeah, it's, unless there's something crazy coming to War for Wakanda, it sounds like the most we're getting are these changes to the UI, which means when War for Wakanda drops, we're going to have the Black Panther story, whatever Black Panther event comes with it, obviously some amazing new cosmetics, and an Omega level threat that you can play 3 times a week for very bad rewards, and a multiplayer mega hive that you can play 3 times a week for mediocre rewards, and a priority mission you can play once for decent rewards. So in terms of, so for all the people that really are into this game for the looter aspect, it doesn't sound like you're getting anything. And of course, horde mode. That's the one thing that could turn this around. What's Mr. Wavy? Yeah, I'm just showing off the UI changes. That's basically the extent of the stream. There is a horde mode coming. That could be the saving grace here. But so far, I have no idea what exactly the horde mode is going to entail. Obviously, the horde mode how effective it will depend heavily on the rewards, how functional it is, and what the design of it is, of course. But I'm not sure what it's going to be about. Like horde mode, I've been playing a lot of World War Z lately. Horde mode in that mode is very exciting. Ghost of Tsushima has a similar mode to Horde, not quite, but it's a survival mode. So if it's something like that, that would be a huge win for the game. But again, we don't know anything about it except it's going to be multiplayer. BP is going to be like Taken King. I don't think, from what I know so far, it's not going to be Taken King. If you're expecting Taken King, lower your expectations. From what I can tell, the gear system when War for Wakanda comes out is still going to be just as broken as it was before, but we'll have a great new character, great new story content, and possibly a very, very good game mode. But we don't know exactly how good that game mode is. In theory, horde mode would be crazy for this game, but we have to see exactly how it's done and if it functions, you know, if there are any bugs and if the rewards are good. The 3 times a week were implemented as fun. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I thought that was weird as well. So that's another thing they have to change. 3 times, being able to play the Mega Hive and the Omega level threat for multiple times for rewards obviously needs to happen, but it needs to be per character, and they need to just simplify it. Just make it farmable. Make the at least at the very least make the Omega level threat farmable. I don't understand. Boost the base rewards and just make it farmable. Why lock it to certain days? That's something they have to get away. They have to get away from the time gating. Don't lock stuff to certain days, because like I'm away for the weekend, so I can't play on Thursday, which means I'm only going to get to do the Mega Hive in the OLT twice for rewards, assuming I get back. So you know that's something like time gating. But once again, when they announced that they were letting you play it multiple times a week, that was great. But then when you find out they're just doing it in a way that puts in more time gating, it's like, come on, guys. Cosmetic rework. Also, we still don't know if the cosmetic rework is coming back, is going to be implemented. That's something else potentially to look out for. I'm hearing something with cosmetics is coming before for Wakanda, but I don't know if it's going to be the cosmetic vendor update. If it's not, then I guess rip. But if you're just playing this game for the story, you'll definitely, from what I can tell, enjoy War for Wakanda. But I'm concerned that you're only going to enjoy War for Wakanda for a few days and then you're out. Because like we saw with the free weekend, a bunch of new players came back. People showing off the Steam charts, all these new players on PC. That's great, but most of them are gone now. Because the trick is you gotta keep players playing the game by giving them stuff to do. So if horde mode is what I think it is, that could be what it needs, but the game still needs a much better gear system. And the UI changes look like they're setting it up, but we don't know how long it's going to take to actually implement those things once they set it up. Because keep in mind, they've known we've had these issues for 10 months. So it's taken that long just to get out this UI. Not the actual changes, not the actual emote wheel, not the actual gear modification, just the UI that sets up those features. So definitely going to have to keep your expectations in check for War for Wakanda. Don't think it's going to be like Taken King. Think that, I guess, go with the theme of the stream, which is a first step in the right direction. That's what you should expect with War for Wakanda. A step forward, potentially. What is Horde mode? There's Miller a while ago leaked that War for Wakanda is going to have a new game mode coming called Horde mode. It's a new multiplayer mode. We don't know any details yet, but if you played other games that have Horde mode, it's essentially a multiplayer survival type mode where the players are faced with waves of enemies that increase in difficulty the longer you go on, and the more waves you're able to defeat, the better the rewards that you are able to receive. That's the whole idea of a Horde mode. So if Avengers is implementing something like that, for sure would be a huge W if they do it right. Miller also said Spider-Man is dropping with Black Panther. I don't know if he said that recently, but I think that's getting walked back. According to the lead animator, Spider-Man isn't coming out until the end of the year. So I'm guessing now you're gonna have to look for Spider-Man around December when No Way Home drops. These dudes had a lot of first steps. Better than no steps at all, but definitely disappointing. I mean, if you're a new player, then it's not affecting you as much. But if you've been with the game, since the beta, and you've been, calling these issues out, it's definitely a little disheartening, to be 10, 11 months into the game and only getting first steps. But it's definitely better than taking no steps at all. But it just shows me that you need to keep your expectations in check. The loot and rewards need to be fixed. Yeah, so War for Wakanda is also coming with a new set of gear. I believe it might include exotic set gear, but there will be like new gear coming with War for Wakanda specifically. And based on the gear we got from the recent Omega level threat, that does have me worried, because they got a lot of feedback about gear and what's wrong with the exotics in particular. And it seems like with the Omega level threat, they did not take any of that feedback at all, because all of that gear is very situational and just generally very poor. If we get the same type of loot we're getting if we're getting Omega level threat exotics from Horde mode, that's bad. But if we're getting other exotic gear like the Tachyon Rift, the Tachyon Surge gear is probably the best exotic set in the game. So if they can make it so that you can get exotics from across the game, then that would be cool. Like if it's just Tachyon Surge gear, I'll be good with that. But again, the main problem is going to be modification. The problem, you're getting gear. It's not just about making the gear better, because they still haven't done that either. But it's when you get the gear, it's frustrating trying to farm for pieces. Like I have people that watch my build videos and they're looking for the pieces that I have, and they have such a hard time because it's so difficult to get the pieces that you want, because you'll get a piece and it'll have some of the stuff you want, But because you can't change your pieces at all, the whole thing is basically trash. Like my Thor build that I showed you guys isn't even finished yet because I've been trying to get the Grips of the Storm, which only drops from Tachyon Rifts, which the drop rates on were completely nuked. So you can only basically play it once per day for a chance at an exotic. And it only drops from there, but I'm looking for a specific combination of perks. I'm looking for Tachyon Surge, targeted buff, range power attacks, do cosmic. And the odds of getting that combination of perks are extraordinarily slim because you can only, like I said, you only basically have a chance at that exotic once per day, and you're cycling through all of these different exotic sets. And even if you do get the Grips of the Storm, it doesn't even drop with that stat combination only. It drops with other stat combinations and other gear combinations. So even if you get the piece like I did, if it doesn't have the right combination of perks, it's basically trash. But if you could modify it, then you wouldn't have so much useless gear. You've been using epic gear lately. Yeah, like epic gear is sometimes better than exotic gear, especially the Omega level threat gear, because the perks on those basically just aren't useful. Like if we had an enemy faction that does a lot of cosmic damage, then some of the gear in the Omega level threat would be pretty decent. But because we don't have that, you have no use for it. OLT gear is garbage. Yeah, moderator Tyversal is not pleased with the Omega level threat gear. You've gotten 3 Grips of the Storm and nothing to offer. See, I barely get Grips of the Storm. I get it like once in a blue moon, and it's never with the right stat combination. My chance to get it was the first cosmic event with Monica, because they were giving out surge gear, but I didn't feel like save scumming over and over again. I definitely should have with Thor, but I didn't think of it. But so if an event comes up again, it's going to be what that gives out surge gear, I guess I'll be back to save scumming. But it's really not the ideal way to farm gear. That's not how you're supposed to farm gear in a looter. You know, the way to farm gear in a looter is supposed to be just doing specific missions, like in Outriders expeditions, and getting your drops and modifying stuff to get what you want. But in this game, it's playing the mission, getting trash, backing out, loading a backup save, and doing it over and over again. Like that's not the way. You still working on music? Yep, I'm still. Yep, the spot I'm currently at, down the hall from the studio. We were just doing a song before I started streaming. We're in the mixing phase. I already recorded my parts, but I had to come down, cover the Devstream because I was curious what the UI changes were going to be. You might not play the OLT when it comes out. Oh, so King J, the Omega level threat that's supposed to come with War for Wakanda is not actually coming with War for Wakanda. That has been delayed. The OLT you're talking about is the claw mining raid type of deal. That's not coming with War for Wakanda. That's going to be coming later on, as well as cloning labs. That was also pushed back. You bet the worry is that if we have the option to customize gear and make it the way we want, we have no need for farming. Yeah, that's not a real issue because it doesn't really pop up in other looters. That's why I think there's just a genuine lack of interest and lack of understanding in how important loot is. If that's true, then they fundamentally don't understand the genre. Don't let these flaws we're talking about discourage you from the game because the gameplay is solid. Thanks to Vince. Yes, shout out to Vince Napoli. You're the GOAT. Yeah, the game is definitely still fun. I've seen a lot more people over the last week saying they're having fun with the game, and that's a great thing to see. I'm definitely excited for Black Panther. He's got As you see, he's got all the drip. He's just all over the floor. Everywhere he goes, there's puddles. I'm sure his combat is going to be amazing because Vince is a genius. But my only concern is that the players are going to have fun, but won't stick around. But since Horde mode is a thing, there is some reason to be optimistic because Horde mode is pretty hard to mess up and would definitely add a lot of replay value. Even if the gear isn't optimal, it's something that people would still play over and over again, because people still play the Omega level threat over and over again, even though it's not worth doing it at all. But if a horde with a horde mode, assuming they're not time gating the rewards, please, for the love of God, do not time gate the rewards in horde mode. Please, if you're listening, Crystal Dynamics, if you're watching this, do not time gate the rewards in horde mode. Do not. Okay, so assuming they don't do that with horde mode, that could be a W, because the people that have been asking for endgame content, that's going to be the fix. That's what the OLT was supposed to be, but that's what horde mode could be. Something you can play with your friends, that's a challenge, and that you just play over and over again. Like, I know for a fact that that would be amazing. I spent so much time playing survival mode in Ghost of Tsushima with my friends and just randoms online, and I'm going to be doing more of that in the coming weeks because Ghost of Tsushima is getting an update. I've been doing that in World War Z. It's very fun. So if they do it right, it will definitely make the game a lot more fun, especially because the highlight of this game is the combat, and horde mode would definitely, in theory, show that off. So definitely hoping for that. Just because you asked, they're going to give me the opposite. Please don't. Please. Oh, go that. Oh, monthly rewards. Oh, that would be terrible. Farm rooms are more fun right now than Mega floors. Yeah, I definitely am having some fun with the 170 custom harm rooms. That's definitely been fun, making builds specifically to take on those harm rooms. Yeah, the Mega Hive, now that it's multiplayer, even before multiplayer was pretty easy, and it's more enjoyable, I guess, when you're playing with friends, but when you're playing with multiple people, it's even easier. So you just kind of sleepwalk through it. But the harm room, it's totally solo, but it's still very fun, especially if you have the glitch like I do, where when you pick the harm room size and put it at 5, all the enemies spawn at once. So you're just immediately surrounded by all these adaptoids and exos. It's pretty awesome and very satisfying when you kill all of them. It's very fun. You keep yawning in Mega Highs even with other players. Yeah, definitely not challenging. World War Z is crazy. Yes, I'm loving World War Z. I can't wait to get home. I'm going to watch Suicide Squad, and I'm going to play World War Z with the boys. I'm currently working on a medic build and a fixer build that I'm very much enjoying. I'm doing a masking fixer build. That's my plan. But my friend also said the drone master is pretty crazy, so I definitely want to check that out. What I think the next roadmap will be. So I know things. I know some things, but my expectations for the current roadmap, but the new roadmap that's coming, well, we already know they're going to have stuff for the rest of the year. Most of you guys can fill in the blank in that regard, because if you've been following my channel, pretty much know what's potentially going to be on the new roadmap. You got the Omega, you still got 2 outstanding Omega level threats. Cloning Labs, which was delayed because of the need to balance it with the multiples of the same hero thing, and the Claw Omega level threat, where it takes place in Wakanda in the mining facility, and Claw is going to be the main boss. Those are the 2 Omega level threats that are still supposed to come out this year. So that's 2 potential spots on the roadmap. You also have Patrol Mode. Patrol Mode, for those that remember, was supposed to come out in July, but they had to push it back because they didn't have it in the place that they needed to be in, and they had a bunch of other stuff to work on. So that's supposed to still be coming out this year. And those are probably the main things, but they're also going to show at least one new hero. And I'm guessing it's going to be She-Hulk, because I still think Sony is the only one that's showing Spider-Man. So I think it's going to be one of the other heroes, and it'll probably be She-Hulk. And I think she's coming out, I would guess, maybe March of next year. You've been meaning to ask, what stats should you focus on for Captain America? Hood, it depends on what kind of Captain America build you're trying to make. So if you're doing a melee Brooklyn Brawler focus build, then you want to have a lot of might and you want to have a lot of valor, plus a bit of resolve, or your a little bit of defense. But Captain America doesn't need too much because he naturally has a lot of ways to buff his defense with Rally Cry and Captain's Buff. So mainly you want to get your melee and your heroic rating very high, which you do with might, valor, as well as I would definitely recommend don't neglect intensity and proficiency, mainly intensity, because a melee focused Captain America build is going to do a focus on a lot of stun damage, and having intensity makes you stun enemies faster. If you're doing a ranged Captain America build, then you're mainly focusing on precision so that you can increase that range damage. And you're going to be looking more so after that for perks that enhanced it, like targeted buff on your range piece, so you can get damage buffs pretty easily and do a lot of damage with your shield throws. What's up, Dan? Welcome to the stream. You're late. Year 2 Asgard expansion, please. Wouldn't that be the dream? You've been farming Ghost of Tsushima for the legendary bow for the hunter. Now you got this smoke bombs and kunai. Keep grinding, Tyverso. I was in the same boat. It took me a couple weeks to get that skipping stone bow. You just got to keep grinding. I definitely gonna need more resources because they're expanding gear with the new Ghost of Tsushima expansion. So you're going to be able to get it to 120 now. So I definitely have some farming to do. Definitely don't sleep on intensity. You want to do melee since everyone but Hawk is range. Yep, no problem, Red. Just woke up. I feel you. Are there specific missions to run to get damage buff piece? Not in particular. So the most efficient way to farm for gear like that is to basically open chests and reload checkpoint when you open all of them. And for that, I usually do Snowy Tundra or Day of Remains. And because I usually, when I'm farming, I usually have a lot of DNA keys. If you see my screen, I usually have like 99 DNA keys at any given time. So I'll go to Snowy Tundra, I'll open the silver chest, the gold chest, and the DNA chest, and eventually I'll get the targeted buffs. If you don't have DNA keys to spend, then you can do Day of Remains. It's still a pretty good farm. Hit all the shield caches, hit all the chests, and just open them and reload checkpoint if you don't get what you want. Keep doing it. It can be kind of dry, so I like to put on a podcast, put on some music, and just open the chests until I get what I want. You could also switch it up if you want by playing, a hive or something, but the most efficient way, if you're looking for a particular piece, unless it's an exotic, is to just open the chest, reload checkpoint, rinse and repeat. Will there be gameplay soon? They've already shown a little bit of Black Panther gameplay. The Black Panther deep dive type of deal that they usually do is August 16th. That's where they focus mainly on the gameplay. Wait, you got Black Panther? Oh no, this is a screenshot of the UI, the new UI changes they're making to War for Wakanda when War for Wakanda comes out. And so this is what the new character menu is going to look like when you download War for Wakanda and you select Black Panther. I wish I got this early. How long does it take you to get a hero to max power? If you farm efficiently, a couple hours. Silly Dan. He got a double jump though. Not excited about that. Iversal, what's wrong? There's nothing wrong with a good double jump. Thor's gear is so bugged. You have 2 different perk sets on one hammer. I think that's intentional. Hawkeye is bugged. His heroics still, sometimes with Hawkeye, when you're triggering his heroics, they blank, nothing happens. That's been an ongoing issue for several months. Very annoying. Did you open Snowy Tundra chest on challenge 4? Yes, if you're opening DNA chests, you want to play on challenge 4 because you get extra resources that way. You get 15 upgrade modules if you do challenge 4. But yeah, just challenge 4, get extra resources, and you don't have to fight the enemies. You can just avoid the enemies, go straight for the chests, keep it moving. Is it better to play casually or grind? It's in that regard, that's just a question of personal preference. If you're into looters and you love the idea of leveling up your characters and putting together good builds, then you have to grind. If you're a casual player, then yeah, you just do whatever you want. You do Rockets regular. Yeah, I've seen the Rockets. The reason I don't do Rockets regular is because of the cutscene. So I prefer the Snowy Tundra, especially since, like I said, I always have DNA keys handy. So I like having all those extra resources. And I think Snowy Tundra's layout is the best for that. Would they give me if they gave someone Black Panther early, it would not be me. It would definitely not be me. Maybe Tony Bing, maybe Lejeune. It would not be me if they were giving Black Panther to somebody early. Trust me. They should, but they're not. Challenge 4 does not affect your gear level drops, no. But if you're under level, when you open chests, you will get gear that is higher than your power level. Thank you for the $10, Dan. I appreciate it. I will not, in fact, get vaccinated, but thank you for the $10. I don't think that's enough to even get me to the medical facility to even get vaccinated, but I appreciate the thought. You got 92 DNA keys. Definitely plan on trying it out. Nice. Yeah, I think I got back up to 99. So once I might as well just save it for Black Panther. What's up, Tony? Yeah, when Black Panther comes out, I want to level him up as fast as possible. So I prefer to start from 99 DNA keys. All right, Bush, appreciate you. Be safe out there in the Middle East. It's pretty wild out there. You might die if you get vaccinated. Yes. I'm not diving into it. YouTube is very ban happy when it comes to vaccination discussions, so I can't dive into that. But trust the science. Do your research. Just Day, I don't think you died because unless you're somehow able to type as a ghost. That's a lot of villain sectors. There aren't that many. There are more now, but yeah, you got Maestro, you got Taskmaster, Abomination, and then you got the war bots. But I think there should be more with Warfare kinda. He's a Ghost Rider, literally. He's a literal Ghost Rider. He's a literal Ghost Rider. DNA keys unlock DNA chests and vault missions. That is right. And DNA chests unlock extra resources. Y'all are seeing for the first time what it's like to talk to a ghost. Why you're assuming that's the first time we've talked to ghosts? Y'all know my life. Y'all know how many ghosts I talk to. Does the Breakout Rift solo mission still give exotics? Saw this in some post somewhere. As far as I know, it does not. It doesn't even reward you with legendaries anymore. It only, even if you complete it and get 5 stars, you only get an epic. If it does reward exotics, the drop rate is extremely small. As part of your process of getting good, you need to know what the best exotics for Hawkeye is. Basically, Operative's armor for the chest. If you're doing a bag of tricks Hawkeye build, Operative's armor is pretty much a requirement. And it dropped from the Mega Hive. Well, it used to drop from the Mega Hive. Now the Mega Hive is only dropping hive mind exotics, so you actually have to go to the priority mission to get the Operative's armor. Do I think Claw will be added to the villain sectors? Maybe. That would make sense. What's the news? They're making changes to the UI when War for Wakanda comes out. As you see here, it makes, don't get excited if you see the word loadout. They will not have multiple loadouts yet, but that's something they said they're adding in the future. Black Panther will have a cosmetic on his challenge card that lets you have the suit without the mask, and basically moving gear, deleting gear and moving it in and out of your locker is going to be a lot more convenient. Forgot about Monica. Oh yeah, I don't count Monica because the rewards are so bad and it's really not worth playing it again, especially since mines were bugged. I don't even get the reset on rewards for Monica, so there's literally no point in me even playing it even once a week. Did they give an update on a cosmetics vendor? They certainly did not. Is there any better option than Last Avenger Standing for a chance exotic in terms of farming? No. The Tachyon Rift is the only other way to farm exotics, but they completely destroyed the drop rate, so that's basically a once per day thing unless you want to do the backup save and play it over and over again. And that's also kind of inconvenient because that's multiplayer only, so you're stuck with Last Avenger Standing for now. You bought Avengers a few weeks ago and you've enjoyed the experience. Well, welcome, Todd. Glad you're enjoying it. That's not your normal gaming chair. It is not. I'm currently at my boy's studio in Delaware. He's letting me use one of his extra rooms. I think this is a film room, as you see from the lights behind me and the giant green screen. And there's also some equipment I had to clear off. So yeah, this is where he's storing some of the camera equipments that we're going to use for video and photo shoots. But yeah, I'm up here making music, but I definitely miss my gaming chair. This recliner is kind of meant for chilling, watching TV. It's definitely not meant for streaming. So fortunately I have a boom arm on my microphone so I can, move it around and, get in the right position. But it's definitely something to get used to. You bought pre-ordered Avengers, you were playing off and on, you enjoyed it, did enjoy the up and down experience. Well, at the very least, you'll probably enjoy War for Wakanda. They should have removed units from the UI since we have no use. It's actually hilarious. If you look at the top, the build that they're using, he's got 999,000 units, which is pretty much where all of us are going to get to eventually if they never add back the cosmetic vendor. So it's hilarious that they still give out units as rewards and you have literally nothing to spend them on. It's pretty crazy. I think I'm almost at 150,000 units myself. Did they hear it? No, today's Devstream, Tony, was just about the UI updates, and they showed off a new Black Panther skin. They didn't talk about any new game modes yet. I guess we'll probably hear about Horde mode on August 16th. which is, you know, the big deep dive. What's up, Craig? Have a good one, Jordan. You sure you weren't kidnapped by Crystal Dynamics? I can assure you that Crystal Dynamics did not abduct me. I am still on the East Coast. I am not being held captive by Phil, who has been mysteriously absent. His mysterious absence from the streams has nothing to do with my current location. I am speaking to you of my own free will. Crystal Dynamics is not holding me hostage, telling me to say nice things about the game. Pennywise, want to thank you for providing a positive community outlet. Oh, I appreciate it, Pennywise. I'm happy to have it. I love the game. I just want to have a good community. Hey, PC Beats, Big of the Devil. Everybody, say what's up to PC Beats.
What's happening, y'all?
He is the instrumentals you're listening to right now. He made them all. I'm at a spot right now. Yeah, we got about 300 people in the chat right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so definitely enjoying the tunes. The GOAT. Yeah, music. Yeah, that's the music, man. That's right. So you rap Tyversal? You want him to sell you some beats? Hit the link is in the description. If you actually want some beats from him, hit him up on Instagram. He got you. He got you, boy. Drip beats indeed. You need those? All right. Yeah, I need another playlist. That's all I'm saying. I need another playlist. That's all I'm saying. I love this. I love the playlist that I got right now, but I'm gonna need some more beats, but my brother.
Oh, that's nothing. What's up, everybody? What's going on, y'all?
He's got some stuff coming out soon. It's gonna be. We were just working on some stuff that's crazy. I can't wait I actually will preview some of the stuff as it comes out for sure.
I wanted to drop in to say what's up to everybody, man. Check me out on airbit.com/PCBeats with an S. You know what I'm saying? If you want to grab some beats, let me know. And feel free to follow me at PC Beats with a Z. PC Beats, BEATZ on Instagram, on everything. And feel free to hit me up. Peace.
My guy. We actually got some music to finish, right?
Take your time.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've been streaming. You gonna do something?
Yeah.
All right, I'll hang out for a little while. And then yeah, we'll get back to the music. Oh, Isaac. Oh, happy birthday, Isaac Black. Everybody in the chat, say happy birthday to Isaac Black. Happy birthday, my friend. Hope you have many, many more. Thank you for being a supporter. I gotta get an OL TV. This game's gorgeous. I have a pretty good 4K TV. He's got a crazy setup in his spot for gaming. So yeah, it definitely helps if you have a nice TV. Turn big 26. Oh yeah, that is a big one. Yeah, now I remember that. I remember when I turned 26. Once you're past 25, nobody cares. Nobody cares about your birthday until you hit 30, and then it's just all downhill. It's all downhill till 40. But definitely enjoy the youth while you can, friend. What's up, Andrew? Black Panther, from what I've been told, Black Panther's heroic is related to a panther summon. I don't know exactly how it will work, but from what I've been told, it's related to summoning a panther. Black power, literal black power. Hey, is there any way to hook up with some of your subs to play with? You've tried doing the OLT randoms and it hasn't worked out. Yeah. Craig, well, if you ever want to become a member of the channel, Craig, that would be greatly appreciated. Obviously, no pressure, but we do have the Discord and we have members in there. You can play all the time. We play every Saturday together, in fact. And whenever I'm not on, they organize games all the time. So if that's something you would want to do, you can hit the join button. Otherwise, drop your gamer tag in the chat, and everybody just add Craig if you're on the same platform. He's a really cool guy. He's always looking for a game, so definitely do that. You turn 37 soon, Dan? Egg, you're old. 25 is when you realize nobody cared before 25 either. Jesus, Tyversal. Always so cynical. Be more positive, sir. Did they say when the new roadmap would be released? No, but look out for that one during Wakanda week. The week of the 17th. Look out for that. OLT, what's that? Omelet, tomatoes, and lettuce? That's exactly what that is. Actually, I should actually make that. I'm kind of hungry. All I've eaten today is trail mix. I might have to get me a little some. Anyone also plays PC, you would happily play with you. Oh yeah, if you're one of the few people still on PC, definitely hit up Careless Menace. Link up, because PC players got to stick together. You could also join the official Discord or play Avengers. They have people on there as well that are looking for games. Pennywise, you're 37 too. Oh my god, you people are old. Jesus. Okay, Dad. Uncle Penny. Golly, y'all old. Sometimes cynical is reality. I mean, you're not wrong, but still. Why are all Cap's stats super trash? I don't think his stats are trash. I think a lot of his gear perks are trash. Like, why does he have the ability to taunt enemies and he doesn't have the ability to benefit damage wise like Hawk does? Doesn't make any sense. And PC just hopped into the chat. If that PC beats he's literally down the hall. This fan's on the chat right now being silly. Tyverse is a young man, but I mean 22 ain't that young, bruh. You're getting up there too. You're 23, turning 24 on September 7th. And so y'all still relatively young. Definitely enjoy your youth while you got it. Everybody calls you Uncle Grandpa Petty. It checks out. You support I appreciate the support, PC. You weirdo. Mix my song. How about that? You still got the rest of that track to finish. What are my thoughts about the changes shown today? Disappointing for people that have been with the game since launch, that essentially after all this time they're doing the first steps via setting up the UI for all the changes that we've been asking for, but not actually giving us those changes that would make the game better. But definitely good that they are at least making progress towards that, and the UI changes they're making definitely will make the game more convenient at the very least. Red Hood is turning 19 on Monday. Oh, see, I know we had some young people in here. Yeah, Careless is 17. Just Days 22. Yeah, 22. Vince is 14. Yeah, we definitely got some young people in here. Ryan nearly. Oh, so we got another we got two 14s. I thought Ryan was older. They should add refunds. 2000s babies are down bad. Y'all got 3 zeros. Devstream has happened already. You're looking at pretty much the highlight of it. The glorious new UI. The best part of it, in my opinion, is Black Panther and that sneak peek at one of his new cosmetics. Breeze is 28. Oh, so you're almost old. you're getting there. Amel turning 20 in December. You're still young. Electro, you'll be 42 this Halloween. Oh, you're definitely the grandpa of the stream. Sure. All loves. You're older than Penny. Man of intellect for your age. Definitely. Ryan's definitely got the wisdom of a much older gentleman. PC old as hell too. 33. How old am I? I'm years old. Is that how Black Panther gear will look? That's how that's how Black Panther's gear is going to look, and that's how the whole character interface is going to look when War for Wakanda comes out. Right, you can call you Pop because you're old enough to be your father or grandfather. Oh my God, Craig! I thought Craig, I thought you were like 30. I thought you were like 35 at the most. Golly, no, yeah, Craig is the grandpa. Never mind. Yeah, Penny's still the uncle. Craig is the grandpa. Craig. James is the oldest. You're not older than 64. Stop the cap. Stop the cap at once, James. You're not older than Craig. Stop that cap immediately. Stop spreading those lies about me, PC Beats. Don't be out here lying about my age. I wish I had the old heads in my life. Playing games, being involved. That's awesome. If my dad was an avid gaming enthusiast, that would be amazing. If I had a dad that was regularly in my life, that would be amazing. Victor Creed turned 40. Hey, thanks for the $2, my old head. I appreciate you. Appreciate the OGs in the chat. Learn from your wisdom, of course. Lectro finally old enough to look at young people and complain that everything they like is garbage. You can start doing that any time, but definitely around 30, you definitely can start doing that. It's not looking a day over 16. I appreciate that, Ryan. Thank you very much. Black, in fact, does not crack. Where's the gameplay? August 16th. Look out for it. Hey, wait, if this was today, imagine the war table on the 16th. That's definitely gonna be gas. I'm looking forward to it. Old head in your day, like playing with a belt. that was definitely a thing. I think that's frowned upon these days, but back then, if you acted up, they pulled out that belt. you knew it was over. You knew it was over for you. God, you turned 41 today. Oh, we got another birthday boy. Birthday man in this case. Happy birthday, Todd. Chat, say happy birthday to Todd. Happy 41st birthday to you, good sir. Hope you have many more. At least he's like classic games. Yes, sir. What's up, Lethal Protector? Good stream. Thank you. I enjoyed it. I like the UI changes. I just wish that, the UI changes came with, actual changes that we wanted, like an emote will. David, you're gonna be 47 on August 19th, 2 days after Wakanda. Nice. You didn't deserve it. You're actually a good child. Stop, bro. What did I tell you? Tyversa, you're a mod. You should know better. This stream, my channel, is a cap-free zone. No cap allowed. You are not a good child. I know you. You are not a good child. Stop the cap at once. You deserve the belt. Come on now. Do not sit out here on the stream capping. You definitely deserve the belt. Yeah, I told you, James, you're not. Craig shut all that down. And I have to say that I am definitely honored to have someone that senior or true OG watching me play Marvel's Avengers and talk about it. That's awesome. Definitely inspiring. Imagine, if your granddad was into Marvel like you, that would be amazing. So once again, Craig showing that he is the best among us. Thank you, Craig, for being awesome. You got 14 to 64-year-old viewer range. Isn't that kind of like the ideal for isn't that what all the marketing people are looking for when they're pitching shows and everything like that? Yeah, we need the 18 to 24s, we need the 60. I got the young people and I got the old people. Like, yeah, that's hot. Yeah, some people only some YouTubers only have like young people. I pretty much everybody, literally everybody just watches my streams, which is crazy. No Black Air Force activity from you. You take your fitted off every time you come to the stream. Definitely no cap here. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Universal, you can learn from this man. Just Day should be a rapper. Hey, I think, do we have any rappers in the stream? Like, Just Day definitely spitting out here. Just Day definitely spitting some poetry right there. No cap, sir. Indeed. No cap allowed. You're in your 40s. Man's been in Marvel since 1480. Happy Born Day. This day is a rapper. King Shark and Suicide Squad too. Hey, it should go out saying no Suicide Squad spoilers. I haven't seen it. Other people haven't seen it. I'm out of town. I haven't watched it yet, but I definitely intend to fire up HBO Max when I do get back. So definitely looking forward to it. The only thing I know about the Suicide Squad is that Pete Davidson's character gets his face blown off. So other than that, I know nothing, and I want to know nothing. If your granddad was in the Marvel's Avengers community, you like to see this new skin, have your favorite grandchild. Like, oh yeah, if my granddad was into this game, I'd definitely be hitting him up like, yo, I'm trying to get that new MCU skin, granddad. Slide me a 20. The older cats know what a comic book is. That's why you respect old heads. Facts. Yeah, my dad literally gave me, like, one day, he literally gave me a box of like original Thor comic books. Like they were super old, like original. Like he actually bought them when they came out old. So yeah, the old heads that are in the comics, they definitely are a good source. It was a good movie. That's why pretty much everyone that I trust is saying it's decent at the very least. So that's pretty much what I was looking forward to. Black Panther in the Hulkbuster suit. That's actually going to be a thing. Yeah. For those that don't know, you can summon the Hulkbuster with Iron Man and have your teammates get into it. So Black Panther getting into the Hulkbuster will in fact be a thing. Your son 15 put you onto this channel. Hey, that shout out to your son, Todd. Your son has excellent taste, and shout out to you for being involved in your child's life and cool enough to appreciate video games. You need to find a Marvel old head to give you some comics. I mean, I tell you to look online, but that sounds hella sus. I will say that. That does not sound safe for a young man to be on comics looking for, I don't even know how you would put an ad, seeking older men to provide Marvel comics. I mean, they might get the wrong idea. They might expect something in return for those Marvel comics. So I say be careful with that, Tyversal. Maybe look on eBay if you're trying to get some Marvel comics, or just get a Marvel Unlimited subscription. I definitely would not look for older men to provide you with those comics, sir. I cannot recommend it for your safety. I'm just saying. You hate having an MCU shield tied to your Endgame cap. I do wish they would just duplicate that shield for sure on like all of his other skins. It's such a good shield. You can download them. Yeah, like I haven't read a comic in a while. I read manga now, but when I was reading the comics, you just do it online now. I don't want to read it. Like the only physical comics I like are graphic novels. Like I'll get like real graphic novels. There are some really good ones like Watchmen, V for Vendetta, Kick-Ass. I'll Sandman by Neil Gaiman. I love looking at and holding those. But for Marvel and DC, I'll just read it online. Tyrus, you're 6'1" with a I mean, there's always somebody bigger, Tyversal, and they might have weapons. So don't take your chances. That's all I'm saying. I know you can defend yourself, but you know, don't put yourself out there. You wish you were around during the OG days of comics, not this weird stuff. Facts, right? Like when I was growing up, comics were still pretty cool. You know, I got my first introduction into comics were the X-Men, and they had some amazing runs. Yeah, the stuff that I'm seeing nowadays, that's not my cup of tea. To put it mildly. Bring out the great sword on that old hand with elegance. What's a blicky? That like a small ping? I assumed it was slang for a firearm. Ryan, a little too young to be talking about OG day. Hey Ryan, we've established that Ryan is a very mature soul for his age. You love Copper Age comics? That's your jam. It's all just it's not even like I dislike the idea of diversity in comics. Like obviously Static Shock is one of my favorite heroes, and I would definitely love more diversity in comics, but that kind of diversity, when I think of diversity in comics, I think of Static Shock, something like that, like a very cool original hero that tells a great story that just happens to be black or whatever. But what I'm seeing a lot of nowadays is like this kind of forced pandering where it's clear that they don't care about the content itself. They're just trying to show that they're progressive, and it comes across as lazy, uninspiring, and insulting. And that just doesn't do it for me. Blade's definitely iconic. Not to mention Captain Falcon America. that there's at Marvel comic at Marvel don't work anymore. That's why Demon Slayer is basically single-handedly defeating the entire American comic book industry by itself. It's crazy. Your first introduction was LGBT plus Cap, but that way that's Cap, no money going on that. Just bring an actual black superhero instead of a black person taking on a role. Yeah, I don't like that's insulting to me. Like just saying, oh, here's black Superman, like that's insulting to me, because it's like you don't think a black character can stand on their own, so you have to swap them with a established white character for legitimacy. Like black characters, Asian characters, they can stand on their own if you hire talented writers and tell a good story. But they're just lazy, and they just want to chase social currency on Twitter, so they just hire whatever hack they can find on Tumblr blogs and have them crap out some half-hearted story where the whole point of the plot is basically to show how progressive they are. I don't want to see that. I want to see real good original characters, like Michael B. Jordan. He had that Raising Dion on Netflix. That was a original superhero movie, show that was really good. I liked it. It was like an origin story for this superhero kid, and it had diversity in it, but the diversity wasn't the point of the show. The point of the show was to tell a compelling superhero story, and Michael B. Jordan understood that, so he just through his production company hired the right people, made a great story, and the diversity was a bonus. That's how you tell an original black superhero story. Don't just say, oh, let me find a white character that people know and just make them, a different skin color. That's just lazy. I want to see something original. So it shows me that you actually care about diversity and aren't just trying to pander to distract people from your racism allegations. Cough, Warner Brothers, cough. He loves Zendaya, but she's not MJ. She's some weird evil person. I mean, she's not supposed to be Mary Jane. They use MJ, you know, trying to be cute, but she's technically in the MCU not Mary Jane Watson. But I like Zendaya, so I'm not complaining because I love seeing her and stuff. I'm a fan. Double entendre, baby. Love those. Back Superman is house Shaq. Just realized Thor's outfit was inspired by his unworthy outfit. Which one? The crossing guard? Zendaya is your Mary Jane. Yeah, I definitely love me some I love me some Zendaya. I love me some Chloe Bailey more though. No, sorry. You can have your you can simp for Zendaya. I got Chloe Bailey over here. Thank you very much. Zendaya. Well, y'all gonna have to fight over Zendaya. A lot of people get in line because apparently Tom Holland beat all of y'all based on those photos I saw of them in the car. Zendaya got scooped up by Tom Holland. She likes her men spiders. She's Mary Jane Jackson. That's funny. What do I think of Witcher changing, adding all the black people to the team? I have not been following with The Witcher. Are they replacing Henry Cavill? What's happening? Tom Holland about to meet the Punisher. Emma Watson's. I forgot all about Emma Watson. Shout out to Hermione. See, that's what you notice about Witcher 3. There isn't a single black character. I haven't played The Witcher, but yeah, that seems pretty standard for medieval games that take place in like medieval type time. They tell me not to have a lot of black people. She's your girl since Shake It Up Chicago. Oh my gosh. You're upset they're replacing most of DCU. I don't even know what they're doing with the DCEU, bro. Like you got The Rock and Black Adam. He's insistent that he wants Henry Cavill. That from what I'm hearing, but Warner Brothers wants to replace everybody. I have no idea what's happening with that. But yeah, you guys, I gotta get out of here. I still got some music to work on, but definitely been fun chatting and catching up with you guys. It's the first time I've missed a stream in a while. Ended up only missing one, but still it's been a while. I've been out. I've been out for a little bit, so not my usual routine. I'm out of town, but it's just still worked out pretty nice, I think. So I'll be back definitely, but I'll be on my normal schedule next week. You know, so Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Well, won't be a Devstream on Friday, but Tuesday, Thursday, my usual Marvel's Avengers stream. And I also probably will do update videos because they're going to have blogs talking about new stuff for War for Wakanda. So definitely look out for that next week. But I should be back home by Sunday, so I'll see if I can put something else out. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be taking it easy, working on some more stuff this weekend, and I'll definitely catch up with you guys later. If I can, I'll try to get out a weekly recap. But thank you guys once again for showing so much support. We almost hit 500 viewers today, guys. We almost had 500 people in the stream, bro. That's insane. So you guys, thank you for constantly allowing me to push the envelope. We are very close to 4K subs. I think we passed 3,400 earlier today. So thank you guys for getting me closer to 4K subs. That means we're closer to 5K subs, which is when Tyversal will come online and eat crickets. So that should be fun. Definitely be nervous if you're Tyversal. for the 5K mark, but so far closing on the 4K mark. I would definitely appreciate you guys for subscribing and getting us closer to that. Everybody have a great weekend. Hope you're all safe, and Wakanda forever.